dad went from father to freeloader just like that. You know? Every time, as a kid, it was like, you better get me good grades. After The Hangover, you better get me S-Class Mercedes.
Look there, Ken Jeong in his Netflix comedy special, You Complete Me, host, speaking of his wife, back on Access Live with Ken. I always feel like I have to say
I never get tired. You're not gonna get me. You're not gonna get me online.
Back saying that. Your wife, your wife is we've met her so many times on the red carpet. She is just stunning, and you said she does complete you.
Yeah.
Went through breast cancer and all of that.
And cancer-free after 10 years, and she's still healthy. We're so grateful,
But you said that was a big part. Like in the beginning, you weren't sure if you were going to take the Hangover. Is that right? Because you were going through that at the same time.
It turned it down because I was on the mend from chemotherapy and the tumor, and it was responding. And I think and I talk about that in the special as well. The cancer actually, medically, as doctors, we knew that her tumor markers had normalized, and so and we knew she was on the mend, but she had 12 more rounds of chemo to go, and so at that point, the Hangover was also not known. It was not the Hangover at that time, so it's not uncommon to turn down roles all the time for scheduling or circumstance, and it was actually my wife who encouraged me to do the movie, and it was. Just one thing led to another, and I think behind the scenes, Todd Phillips, the writer-director, he comes from a family of oncologists, and every day he would ask how Tran was doing, and he was always flexible with the schedule, and he said that we'll make sure that you go back and we'll schedule around Tran's chemo session. So I actually was able to be with her in which I really wanted to be, every round of chemo, and Bradley Cooper. They were the only two people who knew at that time. And I'd done a movie with Bradley prior to The Hangover, and so he, on the last day of filming in Vegas, he drove me from Vegas to LA to see how Tran was doing. So there is, and even actually that year when Tran was on the mend from chemo and she had lost all her hair and she was tired and fatigued from the chemo, we couldn't travel because we usually like to go see my in-laws or see my family, and Bradley actually had us over to his house and with his family. So there's a long history there and long, real, genuine love and friendship.
You
have to have that to shoot my favorite scene.
It took that love for my nethers to be on his shoulder.
Okay, hang on.
And you know the scene.
You know what we're talking about. Okay, so you're in the trunk and you get a knot. It's go time.
Yeah.
Tell us, break it down, how it goes down. When you leapt on top of him,
sorry. Is there a prosthetic? No.
You want to know that?
I do.
It was cold, I swear. Now, it was.
So Ken, you're in the trunk, you're waiting, and you hear them come around it's scene time. Was it one take?
No, it was 40. That's how you do it in a movie. Oh, they got
how many?
It was 40 takes. I'm not even kidding. And
that's love.
And it's love or porno. I think
I gotta rewatch it.
It was,
just to see that.
and it really is kind of. I think that will be my epitaph. It's like beloved doctor, son, father, husband, penis. It will be all these things. I think on my epitaph. Yeah.
Most known for.
Most known for. Yep.
Did you and Bradley crack up?
Yeah. Okay. And behind the scenes on that, Bradley was actually. As actors, we were excited because that was actually my idea to do it. It was not in the script.
Great.
Yeah.
Hello.
Because if you watch Todd Phillips' work, Old School is my wife and I's favorite movie.
I love that movie.
And it's really inspired, if anything, by Will Ferrell streaking in Old School.
Yeah.
It was honestly,
Tank.
it really was just kind of in that spirit. And so it wasn't even, we did not know it would become one of the biggest movies of all time. So me and Bradley actually had dinner the night before, and then he said, I heard about it, this is awesome. And he volunteered for me to jump on his shoulder, and Ed and Zach were like, no, and so,
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good, but we were kind of in the zone. We knew this would be a very, what if the doctor from Knocked Up was completely naked? It's all the shock value of that.
It was.
So it was almost like the opposite of what I would do in life. In life, I'm not an exhibitionist. I don't like to even take my shirt off at the beach. So I was kind of in the zone, in character, and me and Bradley were kind of in step creatively.
Of course, nominated Best Actor, all of that. Did you did you see that
Yeah.
trajectory
Yeah.
for him?
Yeah, the movie we did prior to The Hangover was all about Steve with Sandra Bullock, and that was like one of the first movies I'd ever done. It was the biggest part I'd had at that time. I'd worked on that film for like 3 months, and I was as green as grass. So, and Bradley actually taught me, because I had close-ups, I had singles, I had all these things that you have in movie acting, and I had a big part in that movie. And Bradley really, off camera, he would actually guide me and give me kind of acting tips, which I desperately needed at that time. And there was a point in the movie where I was supposed to be very mad at Bradley's character, and he would kind of reference stuff that was even like personal to him, or some shared personal stuff that we had known about, and then he referenced that off camera to deliver a better. So he actually directed me in a couple of those scenes, and so I knew back then, and so to watch him in A Star Is Born, it brings tears to my eyes, because I just know he was born to direct, he was born to be an auteur, and not only am I not surprised, I'm just so proud of him, and he's so well deserved.
It's Wonder Park. Okay, how do you do the Beaver voice? What
Oh, well,
gets you
that
into
one
that?
was, I got to be brothers with our character, me and Kenan Thompson. We get to be brothers in this movie.
Even that alone, I'm in.
Yes.
And we are, and and we actually got to do the sessions together, and we actually got to, and Kenan is honestly one of the funniest human beings on the planet, and one of the nicest, greatest human beings on the planet. So for him, we actually became really good friends out of filming that, and we do feel like like kinship, like family. So whenever I see him or I text him, the warmth he radiates is also the warmth he radiates between Gus and Cooper, that are our characters'
Wait, so
names.
which one are you, the little beaver or the big beaver?
I'm actually the taller one.
Oh,
I'm actually the taller one. That was my assistant. That was my writer.
See?
Yeah.
Nice.
I got to be taller on this one.
You got good cheeks.
I got good cheeks. I got to design it. I got I got the cheekbones higher. Yep. Yep.
Ken, we love you here.
Love you.
Can we get one
Thanks.
Mr. Chow laugh as we go out?
Toodaloo. Access Live.
Oh, wait, we need to take a selfie. Let's get down.
Oh, yeah, we
Oh,
do.
we gotta do your selfie.
We got it. We got it.
Ken's comedy special, You Complete Me Ho,
We're gonna take a
streaming
selfie
now on Netflix.
With my phone.
Thank you.
So
Thank you. Oh my
good.
God. Thank you guys.
Access Live. We need to use that on the